Hello ladies and gents, Michael Burhan with your Xbox One E3 update. They did the conference today, because today's day zero, Microsoft's conference in terms of sort of clarifying everything. They didn't. Everything that I needed to say about the Xbox One in terms of the negatives of the console, they sort of released their press releases on that and got it all out of the way. Today it was clearly about gaming, which was great. The press conference sort of debuted with a look at Solid Snake, and I believe it is Solid Snake now. I thought it was actually going to be Big Boss, but it's been confirmed it's Solid Snake. For Metal Gear Solid 5, looks good, graphics is great, very open world. But again, it's not making me want to go and buy an Xbox One. But something very awesome actually happened. It showed the processing power of the console. Everything that you wanted from the console, myself, what I wanted from the console. It looks kind of impressive. Now, with that being said, let's move on to something else rather quickly, because I don't really want to bog you guys down with a long ass video, which I'll try. They said it was tactical espionage redefined. It will be more integrated with a 24-hour clock, which is awesome. So if I'm playing at night, it will most possibly be at night. Playing during the day, it will have like some day stuff there. Hence one of the reasons why it needs to be connected online, I believe. The Don Matrick and Hokimo Okajima came on stage. Okajima just said like 2 words, walked off. It was fun. It was brilliant. Right, and he was reading off cue cards, and he looked like he couldn't see what the hell was going on. So he just went. They kind of waved him off like, "There you go, Okajima. We showed people that you guys at Konami are behind us. Yeah, you can go now." A great thing for Xbox 360 owners. Now, again, I'm reading from my laptop while I'm telling you guys this. A great thing for us Xbox 360 owners is they've decided to release 2 games a month for, I don't know how long this is going to be, for every Xbox Live Gold member. So if you have a Gold account, you're going to get 2 games a month free, starting with Assassin's Creed 2, I believe was one of the games, and the other one, I have no idea what that was. If you do, just leave a comment and let me know. But yeah, Assassin's Creed 2 is going to be one of them. It'll be 2 games a month. I'm going to be downloading. I don't know about you guys. Hopefully I'm going to find a way to sort of like keep these games on my account so I can download every time for these free games. I don't know if they're going to alert us if this is going to be happening, if they'll let us know what new games are coming out. I have no idea. Right, it's going to be a global online gaming phenomenon with the World of Tanks debut for the 360. World of Tanks, if you've played it over on the PC, it's apparently a big thing in Japan, and it's catching on a little bit in the States. You get to play, it's more open world, it's a free-to-play game, so again we get an extra freebie for the Xbox 360, and I'm happy about that, because it means I get more games for free, because I'm, well, freaking broke, so that helps me out. Form Software are releasing Dark Souls 2. We knew about that. We knew exactly what to expect with that. Again, it's not an Xbox One exclusive. It's going to be on several different consoles. We don't know yet exactly how many, so we have to wait to see what's going on. But it looks sleek, it looks sexy, it's everything that you'd expect from a Dark Souls game. I for one am happy about it. It's going to be released next year, 2014, I believe in March, so we have to expect that. They showed the first exclusive on the Xbox One reveal, which was Rise, Son of Rome. Very open world. You had a lot of quick time events going on. The story was kind of integrated. You have a cutscene, and then it just goes straight into the game. It doesn't go from cutscene and then black game. It goes straight into it. Very smooth, very sleek. The controls seem very well integrated into the system. Apparently as well, there's a lot to do with the Xbox Glass, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Again, it shows the unique ability that the system has because of its cloud gaming. You can connect, and there's no loading time. They've kind of eliminated loading times altogether, so that's kind of great. And again, it's something very nice to see Will I be buying it? It hasn't convinced me to go for the Xbox One, so we'll keep going, and we'll keep talking about it. The cinematic graphics and real time, they're all basically in real time, so everything is very much like a movie. You know, you have things that are shifting back and forth. It looks awesome. It's beautiful textures, beautiful colors, and the models are almost lifelike. It's just kind of scary. Right, they're using the Crytek engine. Savatyaville, I believe his name is, who was talking about how you have the experience to fight as a warrior and command as leader of men with the Xbox One, and the latest CryEngine Xbox One exclusive at launch. Again, it's something that I'm not interested in Rome. I'm not interested in anything in regards to the Roman Empire. I'm part Turkish, part Greek, so I look at the whole Greek Empire and stuff like that. That's my thing. Rome, not so much. So if you like it, you want to buy it, doesn't look impressive, leave a comment. A new Killer Instinct game. They're finally putting Rare to use on stuff that they actually do. Again, it's pretty much looks like a standard fighting game. They kind of touched on it a little bit, but they didn't talk about it too much in terms of what the game has, if it's going to be anything awesome. They just said, like, here's a new Rare game, here's a new Killer Instinct, and then we'll just move on to something else. And that's pretty much what they did. Ted Price from Insomniac Studios came on stage afterwards and then talked about Sunset Overdrive. This game looks awesome. It's a mixture of several different games. He classes it as a stylized open world shooter. You can add new weapons, new world events, and it's a living world game, so it changes with each user experience. For me, it looks like Jet Set Radio with guns. Loads of zombies, tons of guns, and as a friend of mine was stated, who was watching it with me, Sean Walker, said it was very Mirror's Edge, very cartoony, and again, it's very impressive, but something that you'd look at and you think, oh, that looks fun. It looks like Gotham City Imposters. It looks like one of those games where you'd sit there and you know that you'd probably have fun with other players playing this game. Very multiplayer based. You haven't seen much of a single player function in this, so again, it's something where you can say, okay, it's nice, it's appealing, it's something which is very good looking. Then after that, Dan Greenwald came on stage. He talked about the whole. They did a whole McLaren presentation about how McLaren is a gifted car manufacturer. We won several titles, and we're releasing this car where it looks sleek and impressive. Only 2 have been released, apart from now that you can experience in a game. And Dane was talking about their new game, and it was saying how cars look sleeker, they look impressive. And how they've integrated a Covatar? Yeah, it's... I don't know what to say, really. It's one of those things where you can sit there and go, yay. Again, it's Fonz 5 or something like that. I'm not very carsy. I don't like car games very much unless it's like Mario Kart. I don't mind playing a few games. I'm not interested in Need for Speed sort of thing like that. If the car is part of the gaming process, like for instance Dead Rising or Grand Theft Auto, where I can play with the cars and do stuff with them, I'm fine with that. But racing sims aren't my kind of thing, so sorry guys. Phil Harrison then came on stage and talked a bit about Minecraft for Xbox One. The Xbox One edition looks the same as the 360 edition. I don't know why you would actually spend extra money on buying a new Minecraft game if it's pretty much the same thing. I believe they're saying that the player lock on there is that there's a lot more. You can play with a lot more people. Remedy Entertainment came next. Sam Lake was talking about Quantum Break. He classes it as a personalised TV show by the way you play the game with a new type of storytelling, and it's the ultimate Remedy experience. He says it's in real time and it looks, very sleek, interesting, and very dark. It was very dark. It looked like one of those games like Alan Wake, very dark, very mysterious. You want to know exactly what's going down on this game. Very much story based, and again, it's something that I do love. I love stories, so it's awesome to have something like that come through. The graphics looked very sleek. Again, it was very I would class it as sort of very human-like. And very disturbing. And at this point, you know, you're looking at these, and they could go one-on-one with like cinema, because the beautiful way that these figures are produced, really, it brings that whole new experience into gaming. Now, Microsoft Studios presented a murder mystery game. They called it D4. They touched on it a little bit. They had a little promo thing for it, and that was it. They didn't say anything else after that. They debuted a gentleman named by Soiree65. I don't know who he is. The only person with numbers I know is Suda51. So, but it looks very Kinect based. You have hand movements that you have to go left every time he's doing something. So again, if you like Kinect games, this might be a cup of tea. For me, not so much. Right, Dave McCarthy then came on stage. He was talking about Microsoft Studios Project Spark. And he didn't identify what this was about too much. He said that you can create a new gaming experience, like lands, very open world. You can create characters. You can give them a set like brain in these characters. He showed how you turned a rock into a pet rock. Again, it looks very awesome. It looks very simple, and it looks like something that can actually transition. It constantly evolves. So I want to find out a little bit more about that one. Hence, that once that game's released, maybe even do little playthroughs and stuff like that. Mark Whitten was next on stage and talked about the smart glass device. He was looking at like timelines, highlighting gaming and player tips. You can do all these little things on there, and you can actually see how your friend's doing in comparison to you. So again, very multiplayer game, you know, based gaming. So it's kind of an awesome thing to have. Timeline changes with a smart match system that can play Rise whilst another match is being set up, like in Killer Instinct. Pretty cool. I wonder if there's a limit on that, how many matches you can have set up, or if you can have these going concurrently. They had they debuted the loaded tournament edition of the Mad Cats, which is basically a joystick system. It's going to be released once the Xbox One's released as well on the console's day. The best quote I've ever had from this, where the woman who was on stage, she was having trouble beating her colleague who was like the producer on Killer Instinct, and Mark just turned to her and said, "Just let it happen. It will be over soon." Yeah, a lot of you are thinking what I'm thinking, aren't you? Game DVR Upload Studio. You can edit, publish your gaming videos via Xbox One, and you can do commentary via Kinect. Again, it brings a whole new experience to the term sort of playthroughs. You can do playthroughs and stuff like that using your console and your Xbox One. But my God, you're going to need a super fast internet connection for all this stuff, because seriously, my broadband here isn't that great. So it's going to be funny just to try and figure out how the hell you're going to integrate all these little systems with a very slow connection. You can broadcast via Twitch TV and connect via cloud to all gaming experiences. Voice and video becomes part of your live experience, and you're no longer limited to your 100 friends on your Xbox Gold account. Instead, you have local currency instead of Microsoft Points. We knew they were going to do this. We knew that they were going to switch from that. I didn't have a problem with the Microsoft Points thing. The currency was fine. I think people just wanted an inline set how much these things are cost, because there was no conversion between the Microsoft currency and, you know, like you spend $10, you expected to get $10 from your Microsoft currency when a game costs $13 and you still don't have enough points to get it. So that's fine. It's a smart move by Microsoft. It allows them to simplify things a lot more. Everyone can do multiplayer in your family. You don't need an Xbox Live Gold account to do so now. So if I have you just need one member basically. So I have a Gold account. My kids can play multiplayer. My brothers can play multiplayer off the same console. It's fine. There's no issue with that. Prince and Dragon for Xbox One is going to be released by Yokio Fatagaski. And they said it was Prince and Dragon. Apparently it's called Crimson Dragon. And again, it looks very much Panzer Dragoon-y. Very quick, you know, they had no sound or anything with it. Panzer Dragoon was great for the Sega Dreamcast. I wasn't egging to have another one out, but people were going, ooh, oh, about it. It was the least adventurous thing from this like conference. So you know. Then we went over to Capcom Vancouver, which was my that was my favourite part. Of course, you guys know I'm a big Dead Rising fan. Love Dead Rising. Love the zombie genre in total. So, Josh Bridges and Mike Jones came on stage. They talked about development of the new Dead Rising game and how it's the first open world zombie game. Oh, it was awesome. The only problem, it's an Xbox One exclusive. So if I wanted to get this game, I'd have to buy an Xbox One, which I'm going to talk about the reason why I'm not going to buy this in a second. So, it happens in Los Burritos, and it's the main protagonist in this game is Nick Ramos. It's more naturalistic, tons of zombies, you can climb roofs trying to get up to 6 or 7 before night time, no failing on load times, open world, anything and everything has weapons. Literally, you don't have to go into like little rooms to put your weapons together. You can combine anything and everything. That's what's exciting about this game. And the zombies, they hear your footstep. There's like hundreds to thousands of them coming after you. I don't know yet about multiplayer, if you can actually have more than one person doing this with you. If it is, then it could be so sort of like Left 4 Dead like, so you don't have to just be one person, you have tons of survivors around you. Seriously, it got my motor running. Hundreds of weapons, customizable, and you're not just confined. Addition of the smart glass for artillery support. I don't like this. I think it's bullshit. You use a smart glass so someone can fly overhead and drop bombs. What was the point of that? It takes away everything that your character is doing. So is it limited? Can I do this all the time so I can keep dropping bombs on these freaking zombies so I can go rush off to where I need to go? You're kind of shooting yourselves in the foot there, guys. But right, so we'll go from that now to John Mamis's Project Red, which is they were talking about Witcher the 3 Wild Hunt, which is becoming soon to the Xbox One. It's promising to be a new experience in comparison to Witcher. It's an Xbox One title. I believe it is an exclusive. It's non-linear, dark, with an epic story. It's completely free roaming, integrating optional voice commands with the Kinect, so you can do magic and stuff by actually saying the words to the Kinect device instead of actually doing it using the gamepad. Again, I don't really care. You have smart glass character development and inventory management. Yeah. It's good, but again, I don't really want to sit there with my iOS device going, okay, so this is what's going on. Oh, alright, I'm playing there and trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing at the same thing. If I'm being attacked by hordes of zombies, this is not what I'm going to be actually using, so, but yeah. Okay, and let's go on to the next one. EA, Patrick Sunderland, and Frostbite 3 are creating a new era of Battlefield. It's new and uncut Battlefield gameplay. It's called Battlefield 4 Second Assault. First on Xbox One, so it means it's not confined to that. If you want to actually play it on the PS4, you can do, and other devices you can do. So we get to find out later on what other devices this thing's going to be released for. No loading times, constant gameplay, more open world. It does look awesome, and the fun thing about it, which made me laugh so much, this is exactly what Colonial Marines was supposed to be. Your atmosphere, your environment, everything's integrated. The gameplay is so solid. The characters look beautiful. The fact that you're constantly on alert, it was awesome. And I'm not an FPS fan, but that's made me an FPS fan because I actually want to purchase this game. Okay, Phil Spencer then came on stage and talked about Black Tusk Studios. There was an image where the person was walking across the sand. This huge robotic sort of creature jumps out. It's sort of risen above him, and then the hood falls off and it's Master Chief. Again, looks awesome, beautiful graphics, and after that happened, 343 Industries, Bonnie Ross came on stage. She is gorgeous, you know. I just stood there looking at her thinking, damn, I would hit that. But yeah, we'll go off that one. She talked about how the new Halo game was enhanced by cloud computing and dedicated console, and it's the first game to be in 60 FPS. Great, but it didn't intrigue me at all. It's one of those things where We didn't see any gameplay, we didn't see anything else about this game, just a nice little trailer, that was it. And then we went to the big thing, which was the price. The US and Europe are going to get stung a lot more on this than the UK. We get it for like $429, which is like £430. You guys get the console for nearly $500. It's $499, and it's ridiculous. For something that is going to be eventually be a paperweight, you're going to have to pay $500 initially for this console. They haven't talked about the price of the games yet. Think about it this way, and again, a lot of this has made me worried about this console, and I'm not sort of have set in stone if I'm actually going to purchase this or not. And it's because of the fact that once you take away all that online connectivity, you can't do much else with it. The console itself will be rendered unusable. Now, because of that, I'm actually, for now, going to say no to an Xbox One. I'm going to look at what Sony has to offer and maybe go for a PS4. I've got my Wii U, and I might just stick with those. And I've got my Xbox 360, which I now know I'm going to get loads of free games for it. So, you know, it's part of Microsoft trying to appease us Xbox 360 owners and let us know that our console's not going to get, you know, decommissioned yet, which is a great thing. We got one more Xbox One exclusive title by Respawn Entertainment. It's a very open world, first person shooter with mechs. Vince Zampella came out on stage and he calls it Titanfall. And you're basically taking advantage of the Xbox One cloud gameplay. The character you use is a guy, so you get to go on and like shoot your guns at people and stuff like that. And then there's an integrated bit where you just jump into a mech and then you get to see from the mech's point of view. And fight on that sort of stance. Looks good. Is it something that I would be interested in? Not so much. And that's pretty much it. Well, the more positive that came out of this were for 360 owners. It looks great. Again, if you can afford this and you want to purchase this console and buy the games for it, go for it. More power to you. But for people like myself at the moment, again, I want a budget. And I've got to think about exactly what I'm going to buy. And for me, in terms of consoles, it's investment. And as an Xbox 360 owner, I'm making more in terms of free to play, and I'm getting more free games for myself there for my Xbox Live Gold membership than I am for anything else. Day Zero was great. It looked great for the Xbox 360 owners. In terms of uniqueness, the Xbox One showed that it's got to be on par with the PS4 in terms of gameplay. And they have thought a lot about Kinect and the smart glass system in terms of what they're going to do. So that's great. And Dead Rising 3 looks awesome. I'm so excited about that game coming out. I really hope that they don't confine it to the Xbox One, because if they do, a lot of people are going to be at loss here. So that's pretty much it, guys. Remember, I've got a competition going on at the moment for a chance to win some Namco goodies. Like, comment, subscribe. That's pretty much all you have to do. Share the video with your friends if you just want a short synopsis about Microsoft's presentation on the Xbox One. And that's pretty much it, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 1. Which I believe is going to be Sony's presentation, or it's going to be Nintendo Direct. I'll check that out. I'll clarify that. So I'll see you tomorrow for day 1. And I'm going to be doing constantly these vlogs this week, so I can keep talking about day after day what exactly has been going on in terms of E3. So stay here for your exclusive E3 coverage with Nerdgenious.com. See ya.